Hey, TPT sellers. I bet even the most experienced TPT sellers do not know the answer to this question that I'm going to ask today. Let's find out. Okay, so I'm on day 6 of a 100-day challenge, and I'm trying to get more sales on my store, and I'm using a data approach to try to figure out what works and doesn't work. And one of the things that we do is we use UTMs. And UTMs, you can go to their URL builder, so UTM tracking codes. And basically, you can create a UTM code so that you can track which of your campaigns or which one of your efforts is actually leading to sales. So for example, I have put into a code a 100-day challenge here. And I've had one click through this week. I'm going to start it. My custom range that I'm working from is the 10th to today. Okay. So 9 clicks, all of them mostly me, just checking things out. 0 sales so far. So my question to you is, if I create a UTM link and land on the store page and buy the product, yep, I know that shows up here because I can see it. My question is, if I click on a UTM link and then go to a different product and buy that product, will it show up in the UTM codes here, or does it just sort of disappear and get counted as a TPT sale? Let's find out. I don't actually know the answer to this question. Write down in the comments what you think happens. So to test this experiment out, I'm going to buy my own product to see what happens. And I'm going to buy a product that I'm trying to promote, but there's no traffic on, there are no sales at all. So I'm going to go to most recent. Let's go with that. And I'm going to pick one of my social emotional learning stories. I'm going to pick the first one here. This pilot's afraid of flying. So let's go here. Story 1 HTC. And just so that you can see that there are no sales, let's just go here, my entire store. I'll type HTC as my code. Let's unselect everything. HTC. Story 1, it's the one about the pilot afraid of flying. So let's deselect everything. Here it is, pilot afraid of flying. 0 sales this month. And in fact, if I go to all time, you'll see, oh, hey, I sold one. That's cool. In October. Huh, how about that? Okay, so I haven't sold any in this month. Let's do it that way. This month. So no sales in November. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to create a custom UTM code for this. So I'm going to use the builder here. Here's my product code. The source, I'm going to call it SEOtpreneur. SEOtpreneur test. All right. And campaign name. Ooh, this is where I'm going to, but I'm going to buy a different product. Okay. I'm going to buy SEOT002, change the game. I like that one a lot actually here. Let's just make sure that there's nothing there. And all time, yeah, okay. So I'm going to send a link to story number 1 about the pilot who's afraid of flying, flies jet planes, yeah. And then I'm going to go on that link, and then I'm going to buy the product number 2, which is about changing the game and earn your leisure, about these 2 guys who are changing the narrative about what it means, how you make income. There's more ways to get successful than just entertainment or sports or drugs in their community. And they want to show that with financial literacy, yeah, you can become successful too. I like it because the guy in that story was a grade 8 teacher from New York. So props to grade 8 teachers. Okay, so I will create a code here that says going to SEL story 001, but buying SEL story 002. All right, so let's generate this code. Here is my link. I like to paste things into Notepad. So here's my link. Let's make it gigantic. All right, so UTM campaign going to SEL story 001, but buying story 002. And if I click on this, here's the link here. I'm going to go to a different browser. So this is Microsoft Edge. let's get out of here. Let's just open up a new tab. I'm going to paste my link here so I can see the UTM source is SEOtpreneur test, and the campaign is going to story 1, but buying story 2. So I'm going to go to story number 1. I'm signed in as my teacher buying account. So I have a teacher seller account and a teacher buyer account, and I use my teacher buyer account to test to see how things look on the buyer side, because it's not always the same. So this is my teacher buyer account, and you can see from my purchases, if I opened up in a new tab here, this is where I buy stuff to test my products. Okay, so I'm not in my seller account. I'm here on story 1. I'm not going to buy story 1. I'm going to buy story 2. So I'm going to open this. And interesting here, there's no longer any UTM codes here. So now I think, even though technically TPT on the back end could have set a cookie to keep track of what UTM code you first landed on, I don't think that's happening here. So I'm not going to buy story 1. I am going to buy story 2. All right, so here's story 2. Going to add one to the cart. I'm going to view the cart and check out. Secure checkout. Here's some stuff that I'm going to blur out. All right, so I put in my billing information. Let's submit this order. And awesome. Okay, so I have just bought my social emotional learning story number 2 about changing the game. I bought it, and in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I download the product. All right, so let's download this, save it to my computer. Perfect. All right, question for the audience. Doesn't matter if you're a TPT tadpole, a TPT hamster, or a TPT hawk. If you're not sure what I mean by that, check out the video in the top corner. Question for everyone here. So I clicked on this custom UTM TPT link, going to story 001, but buying story 002. And I know in TPT, we have a traffic dashboard, and I know that I can see UTM codes in here. And it takes about a day to show up. All right. And I know that today, I just purchased this $3 product after clicking on that link, right? But it wasn't the first product I saw. It was the second product I saw. Question for the crowd. If I click on a UTM link, go to a TPT store, and not buy that product, but buy a different product from that TPT store, will it show up in the marketplace traffic sources? Leave a comment, tell me what you think, because I legit don't know the answer to this, hence the experiment. If you like this, on SEOtpreneur, this channel is about testing our assumptions, right? Because if we want to get off that hamster wheel and become TPT hawks, then we've got to do something different. And one of the things we can do to improve sales on our TPT store is to figure out what works and do more of that stuff. All right, if you like this kind of stuff, subscribe, ask questions, and we'll see you next time. You know how, no, let's do this again. Okay, this isn't actually income. That's just going into something else. Okay, let's just keep it simple. To recap. Hey, you're still here. I have a bonus question for you. I was thinking about ways that the TPT search algorithm could know if a product was popular or not. And I think one of the signals is if people buy the product. So I have a theory that if someone buys the product, there's a temporary boost in the visibility of that product. And so if you're still here, answer the bonus question and let me know if you think buying products creates a boost in TPT sales or if it doesn't really matter at all. What do you think about that? All right, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.